Romans marching against the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Thousands together to condemn the atrocities of the war. But energy costs are also weighing on people's minds.
My last gas bill was €170, and the one I got this month was €270. €100 more. It's a huge blow for us.
It's worrying that we depend on only one supplier. We have to diversify our energy sources.
Diversifying its energy mix is now one of Italy and the European Union's priorities. Russia is the EU's top natural gas supplier, representing 40% of imports. Rome could turn to other suppliers too. Algeria currently provides 25% of its total consumption. And there are also the Gulf states, but a free market doesn't always favor Europe.
Qatar is the biggest liquefied natural gas producer in the world, and it sells this gas to the biggest importer, Japan. So it's clear that if Italy wants to increase its volume, Qatar can ask for some sort of compensation to divert some of its gas. These are commercial relationships, but they happen all within the framework of a political agreement between states.
Of the 27 member states, Germany is the most reliant on Russian energy. Over 50% of its gas and over 75% of its oil come from Russia. This factory in Brandenburg makes ceramic tiles. Its only source of energy is natural gas.
Every year, we consume between 12 and 13 million cubic meters of gas.
All of which is imported from Russia. A change of policy would bring production to a halt.
It would probably be a huge risk for us, because if Germany decides to ration its gas, the tiling industry probably won't be a top priority.
This dependence is increasingly unacceptable for German businesses and the German government. In this coal-producing region, industry is mobilizing for an urgent change in German energy policy.
We had decided to give up on nuclear and coal, but we should reconsider these decisions and think about whether they put the German economy at risk. When it comes to our energy needs, we can really see how dependent we are these days.
Whether Germany will slow its transition to clean energy in order to cope with this crisis isn't a foregone conclusion. In Berlin, anti-nuclear activists are resolutely opposed to this.
It's absurd, completely absurd.
I think we should put all our energy into solar panels and wind turbines, not nuclear or gas.
And Germany isn't the only country where these questions are asked. Groningen in the Netherlands has some of the richest natural gas deposits in Europe. But the extraction of these reserves was supposed to end this year because it caused many earthquakes.
Once, during an earthquake, I wanted to rush out, but this door wouldn't open. I could hear the walls cracking so loud that I thought the entire house was going to come down.
The war in Ukraine has made Rina especially worried. Turning away from Russian gas could delay the shutdown of the Groningen natural gas site.
So this is a kind of trade-off which has to be assessed by the Dutch society. Do we want to have more gas from Groningen gas fields, reducing our gas dependence on Russia, keeping the gas system in balance, but at the price, at the expense of and higher risk of more earthquakes?
450 billion cubic meters of gas can still be exploited here, one of the deposits that Europe will be looking at in the coming months.